What's up, everybody? It's your boy A.P.Black. I'm back once again. I hope you're having an amazing day. Hope you know that today is a great day for some peace, prosperity, and harmony, and I hope you're receiving all three. Today, I made a post about a song that I wrote when I was younger that ended up getting famous, and that song was called Climax. So I'm here to tell you guys about how that came about, but I also wanted to talk about a little bit about the debate because I actually just found out that The Weeknd had said something about the fact that he inspired the song, and that is 100 fucking percent true. I want you to understand this. When I wrote this song, it was during a time when The Weeknd was popping and his music was heavily what I listened to. And I wanted to write a song for Usher because I've been writing for years. I've been writing ever since I was a kid. I was really starting to learn how to perform and write music at an art school that I went to. So I put in a lot of work with that song in my notebook. I had a notebook that was about 5 subjects, about this thick, full of music, full of art, full of poetry, full of spoken word. Also had movie ideas, skits, and other little plays that I had written at the time. So it was full of content. And Climax was actually one of the songs, one of many that ended up on the radio. And yeah, I just kind of looked into it when I got back home because one of my friends told me that there was, The Weeknd had said something about it, and that was actually true. The Weeknd did inspire that song, like 100%. I wrote that shit like, yo, I was listening to The Weeknd a lot at the time, and I wrote that shit like, yo, I want to give Usher that kind of vibe. If you listen to Usher music like I did, I'm a huge Usher fan, and I actually wrote in that book. I wrote specifically, this song is for Usher. And I was listening to The Weeknd at the time, and I wrote a song for The Weeknd right next to the song for Usher. That's why I was like, yo, I didn't even know he said that. But I took one of the lines from the Weeknd song and I put it in the song that I wrote for Usher. So simultaneously, both of those songs were sitting there next to each other before um, before any of that music ever came out. So that was kind of the crazy thing about that debate. I didn't even know that that happened. So I recorded another video, and then I re-recorded it to put that in here just to clarify that. Yes, he was 100% factually the inspiration for that song. It was The Weeknd, and it was my love for Usher. I was like, yo, I really love Usher's music. I've always loved his music. But The Weeknd was new on the scene and he had hits, and I started listening to it, and I was like, yeah, let me merge the two. So that's how that came about. Um, but at the time, I was working at a college. I was working at Boston University at their city convenience store in their GSU building. I worked there for a while, and I remember meeting Diplo, and I remember I met him at I think it was like at a party. Um, I wasn't at the party, but they were having a party in the building that I worked at. And while they were having that party, he came upstairs to the store that I worked at, and he got something from the store. And he asked me what I was doing. I was like, yo, I'm writing. I've been a writer for a while now. I'm a musician and I've been in school. And he was like, oh, that's cool. I do music too. I was like, oh, that's awesome. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, this is a school. This is just a regular student. I didn't know anything about who this dude was. So I'm sitting here a couple months later and I'm working at the same job, same convenience store job, and I realize I'm listening to this song and I'm just like, damn, like this shit is hitting home. Like, oh, this song is hitting home. And then I realized I was like, yo, I wrote this song. I was like, yo, what the hell is this? That was my music. It's the first time I had heard one of my songs on the radio. It was because that night that I met him, my notebook that I was writing in at my job went missing, and I'd never seen it again. And after that, I was just, I was kind of shocked. I was like, that's every writer's worst fear is to lose their music or have someone take their creativity and pass it off as their own. I was vexed. I remember just, talking to some of my friends, having people in my corner for support because I was so upset. I was really hurt. But now that I look back on it, I think that was probably one of the hugest blessings in my life. I realized that not only did I get to live out my dream by writing for Usher, that was like one of the things that I always had on my bucket list, but there were so many other artists involved as well. I'm not even going to go down that route and start naming people off, but I can promise you there in a book full of thousands of my songs, there was a lot of people who got hits from me. And if you think about that time period, if you think about as many people who came out and made music during that time period, and a lot of people who aren't even musicians now, yeah, I think you could do the math. A lot of people ended up getting music from that notebook, and I never got credit for it. And I'm not upset about any of that. Actually, like I said, I think it was a blessing. It was huge for me. Like after that, I took music very serious. I've been grinding ever since, and like I said, it was a powerful experience for me because I didn't even have the confidence in myself to believe that me saying that this song for Usher in this book was for him would ever get to him, and it did. Um, I just wanted to say I appreciate y'all for listening. I hope you know that today's a great day for some peace, some prosperity, and some harmony, and I hope you're receiving all three. Peace.